the finish.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Beware the Bees, our football manager save here at Brentford in the Barclays Premier League. Oh my good lordy lord, when I show you this in a minute, your head might explode, I'm just warning you. So, just imagine brilliance, and then take a step backwards, but then take 2 steps forward because you realise you've gone in the wrong direction. That is what we've done. Holy crap. We have gone 15 games in the Premier League undefeated. And we've not really played great in these games, but we've done enough to just hold on and to play and to get victories and to get draws. And since that bore of a draw we had against Swansea, we have really done quite well. We had another draw, which actually wasn't our best performance in a 1-1 draw against Southampton. I mean, it took us so late on to score. We had plenty of chances, just didn't really take them, which is a little bit disappointing. But Jordan Rhodes did the business in the end, and that's all that matters. And saved us a point, really, against a good Southampton side, so nothing really to be ashamed of. 2 victories then against London sides, both on TV. A 2-0 victory away at White Hart Lane, which was, New White Hart Lane. And again, which wasn't actually our best performance of the season, but goals from Ronaldo. Still don't know what you want me to call him because I am still pre-recording this since before the episode's gone out. And a goal from the penalty spot from Leandro Paredes. Jordan Rhodes did miss a penalty, which is a little bit disappointing in the first half, and he left for Sergio Diaz. But that was fine, and we beat QPR by a 1-0, which David Gerrard scored, which was against the run of play at the time. In the second half, we completely turned it on and deserved our victory. But QPR dominated the first half in a half that we happened to score the only goal of the game in. So make of that what you will. We had a 1-1 draw against Manchester City. Ronaldo cancelling Alexandre Lacazette's early goal at the Etihad. Not great from us, but to go to Manchester City and get 11 shots and to have 48% possession, I was quite actually pleased with that. So that was good from our point of view. And yeah, not the worst thing in the world. Here came a weird one. A 2-2 draw against Aston Villa, where Dele Alli got his first 2 goals for the club in about a year. So it wasn't the best from us really. Mohamed El Neni, a player who we scouted back in his Basel days, eventually joined Aston Villa on a free. We were looking to pick him up on a free. And Bilal Sheikh, of course, one of our former players, plays there as well. And they put them, 2-1 up after Dele Alli scored an opener. We got one back just for half time. We couldn't get the winner in the end, which is a little bit disappointing. But it was good to see Remco Koch come back from injury in this game, and he's picked up where he's left off, and he's been quite a good player for his consistent. Then we had a goalless draw against Swansea in the FA Cup in a really strange one, because this one really wasn't many highlights. It was again, Swansea are a bit of a team where we had another bore draw against, so we've not really had the most exciting games against Swansea. But we did beat them 2-0 in the replay though. 2 very late goals though, in extra time in fact, from Dory and Sergio Diaz. But it was enough to see us through to the next round, which is what we've got today, Leicester in the FA Cup. But before that, we look at the result where we beat Liverpool by a goal. We've had some good games against Liverpool over the last few years. Obviously, a 7-4 defeat last season, a 5-2 victory earlier on in the season, and now a 1-0 victory, which it wasn't, the most glamorous of performances, but an early Jordan Rhodes goal did the business, and we shut up shop for the rest of the game. So that's really pleasing. Yet another clean sheet is something that we've done quite a lot this season. Maxim Cavall, I think, already has 8 clean sheets. Yeah, which is one more than what Fraser Forster got in 2 seasons here. Just pointing that out. He's been phenomenal this season in the net. But so have our centre-backs. Don't want to quickly show you that. Patrick and Dory have been phenomenal this season. Patrick really improved since his £5.5 million move from Vasco last season. He's been a rock at the back. He's actually, what we've done is, our centre-backs used to have Dory on the right and then Patrick on the left. I've switched that round because my right centre-half normally is the one who challenges and we aim for at the corners. So he's got the better head. I think he's got the same heading attribute, but a better jumping reach. So I thought if we have him, also he's right-footed, so it makes more sense to have him on the right, and Dory, who's left-footed, on the left. So I don't know why I had it opposite way around before. I suppose it was just force of habit. We then actually had a game against Bournemouth, and there was a player made his Well, he made his debut in this game, and let's quickly talk about that. So I'm sort of just mixing it up. It's a quick jumbled up episode today. Zach Clough is back. We signed Zach Clough for £17 million, 3 seasons after his £65 million move to Manchester City, and I am delighted. I love Zach Clough. It was my biggest regret letting him go. I feel that really affected us, and to have him back, leading the line when Jordan Rhodes is going to start, dropping down his stats, and he might, have to be moved on. Good to get in a proven goal scorer, and I'm delighted to bring Zach Clough back. I mean, since I've signed him, I signed probably about half an hour ago in real life, and I was just, in my head, I've just been going, Zach Clough is back, Zach Clough is back, whoa, whoa, and just chanting to myself like a right retard. But I love the man, and I'm very, very happy to bring him in. A few players have actually gone out, which I'll quickly talk about. Aaron Creswell has left for Crystal Palace for £1.1 million. He was not really going to play anymore, and he's declined heavily since his £8 million move to us from West Ham. So yeah, just to let him go. I thought it was about time. He's 30, his stats are going down. And the fact we got a bit of money from him, he didn't just let his contract expire, was pretty decent. Same for Mario. He's getting older, not really the best player anymore. He was good backup. We've sold him to Liverpool for 1.6 million, and I wish him he was good for us for a season or so. And another player that's left is an absolute flop. Veyton Berisha has gone to our rivals Fulham for £5 million. We made a £2.25 million loss on the man, but I don't think he's a very good player anyway. So the fact we've actually got £5 million from him, I think, is a big, big achievement. And of course, a couple of loans and things. That's what I was so getting on at Sunderland. Actually, he was a promising player. He's only made 8 appearances, scored 2 goals. Not fantastic. But yeah, lots of loans and things as before. So, going back to our results, and we had a 4-1 victory over Bournemouth, where Zach Clough actually made his second debut for the club. David Gerrard got 2 goals, Dory got 1, and Ronaldo got 1 late on, which is very good to see. It's good to see Dory getting on the score sheet. He's been obviously an incredible pickup from Sao Paulo for 16 million that we had a few seasons ago. And yeah, Zach Clough didn't have the best game, but he certainly made up for it in this game. A 2-1 victory against Stoke. Brought him on at half time to replace Jordan Rhodes, and he did the business, no doubt about that. Came on, changed the game, got 2 goals in a game which was probably in reflection we did deserve to win. But as you can see, that incredible run of good form. Hopefully we can continue it. I'm actually doing a video now against Leicester, and then we're going to do Leeds as well. So we've got Leicester in the cup and dirty Leeds. Then I'm going to play the whole game off recording, and then I'm going to record to you a triple whammy live com against Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, because that run-in will dictate our season. Because at the moment we're 3rd in the league, only 2 defeats all season, 15 victories and 6 draws. We are 3 points behind Manchester United, but 10 points clear of 5th. So Champions League could be on the cards if we can keep this run of form going. But of course, I do want to win the FA Cup. We got knocked out of the Capital One Cup by our rivals QPR, so that was very, bitterly disappointing. But I would like to win the FA Cup, hence we are doing this today. So yeah, Leicester then. We've got them now. Zach Clough is cup tied, which is a real disappointment. So it means no Zach Clough on the bench. Oh, I forgot to mention actually, we brought in a couple of new loan signings. We cancelled Angel Carrera's loan. He's gone back to Chelsea. Only made 5 appearances for us. Wasn't fantastic. So we've let him go out. Go back. We brought in Todd Kane on to keep you as a backup defender. Realised he was crap, sent him back, and brought in Daniel Dionisi, Colombian right back / centre back, who's got some pretty solid stats and hopefully can be just a backup to Pamalik Cisse. Should and hopefully not, he get injured. So we've got just a backup, and he's a pretty decent player. He played a couple of games for Arsenal. So yeah, pretty good. And other than that, we're looking at getting a spare backup, like defensive midfielder. I looked at Sven Bender on loan. I couldn't bring him in though because he already had a loan in from Chelsea. So the player I was looking at was Mohamed Fatou, who's not fantastic by any means, but from what we can see, but he has got some decent stats. So I'm tempted just to bring him in as a backup player, the Ghanaian Sevilla player. But that will be that. We're gonna quickly sort our team out. Caval, I'm gonna treat this with a lot of respect. Although we've got tired players. Right, we're gonna pick our squad so that it is a fit squad. Fraser Forster will start. We're giving in the cup games. Davide Pamalixis will have to play. We will go for Doria and Congolo. I like that. As well as Davide Santos going to have to play. We don't have a backup left back. Our backup left back is Congolo, who's also our backup centre back, which isn't the best. Leandro Paredes can play Roman playmaker with Dele Alli as the ball winner. They both can do that role alright. Wissam Ben Yedder is going to play on the right, which is something I've been doing for the cup games. Oh god, this is getting tough. Remco Koch, actually no, we'll move Remco Koch back and we'll play Paredes behind the striker. Ricardo Gomez, who has a settled start. He's not set the world alight just yet, but he's a decent winger for us. And has got the ability. So should he improve on that, he'll be a quality player. So I've noticed that these star ratings, which I don't really use to judge my players anyway, do they change with form? Because I believe like over time I've had like players who have gone up to 4-star then back to 3-star. Is it because I'm just changing person? Because even Brian Clough at one point said he was like 3.5-star. So I'm assuming it maybe changes with form. I'm not actually sure. But who knows? And we'll play Sergio Diaz up front. Which means on the bench I'll have Maxim Caval, Patrick, Aqua, David Gerrard, absolutely. Ronaldo, the lad, and it's going to be the lad and Rhodes because that's all we've got. I mean, we've got players in the under-21s who we could call up, but there's quite a few out on loan. Although maybe give Thomas Blindheim a chance. Let's do it. Let's give the lad a rest and give Blindheim a chance on the bench, as well as I would put Danny Banks, but he is out on loan, so that'll be the only change. He'll have to be given a number, making his first ever appearance in the starting the 18. I'm trying to get rid of him because he's a bit of a flop. Was a hopeful punt that hasn't worked, and hopefully we get our money back. But we are against Championship opposition, so this is a good opportunity for us to progress into the next round. They play this weird sort of. I'm trying to think what that looks like. I can't even imagine. No. If you've got, I've got nothing for that. It's just a weird tactic, and I don't like it. That weird kind of cross tactic. But that's that. Let's go out there and win this game anyway. So my plan for this episode is get this match done. Record me going through and finding out who we face in the next round of the cup if we get there, and then play the Leeds game in the league. Because I feel like on such a good run of form in what could be such a monumental season. This is a good, I need to do more live comms. I need to get more done just so we have more, more recorded footage of what could be an amazing season for us. So this is massive. I can't believe how well this season's gone, to say how many little changes we've really made. And I don't think spending £17 million on Zach Clough is really going to upset the squad harmony. He is on £100,000 per week, which is madness, I know. But I think Sergio Diaz, what a goal. A lovely ball in from Santon to find him, and he heads home for his 5th of the season. But I don't think it's really going to upset the squad harmony because he has been at Brentford before. He enjoyed his time there, and he was happy to come back, And for 17 million, we have really mugged Manchester City off. To the fact we sold him. We brought him for 6, sold him for 65, brought him back for 17. If that's not good business, I don't know what is. And I needed a striker, and I really wanted more English players in the squad, and Zach Clough fit the bill, and I have this strange affinity to Zach Clough now. I just love the lad, so I'm very happy to bring him in. I know Chaz also has him at his Ipswich save, I believe, and he bloody loves him as well. So Zach Clough, quality FM player, buy him. Just buy him. I don't care who you are. You might be buying Munich, buy him. He can teach Lewandowski a thing or two, I tell you now. As Andy King does equalise for Leicester, I need to point that out. In case you are one of the people that, perhaps play FM in the, you play FM and you just listen to me in the background, which is fair enough. I do the same thing to some people. Not that, like, it's like a rude thing, but what I mean is, like, people like work the space. I'll play FM and have their video on in the background on my, on my phone or, on a, just on my TV or whatever. So yeah. So far, though, this game we are dominating the game. We've had more possession, and the goal we did concede was very unlucky. It did take a deflection. By that I mean the shot was blocked and it fell into the path of one of their players. But other than that, you know, we're doing as we normally would. As long as we don't panic and keep playing like we normally would, we should be fine. And Sergio Diaz with a absolute brilliant moment of quality there to spin and strike that with what I believe is his weak foot. I know it's championship opposition, but still, that is a lovely strike from the Paraguayan. Just on the inside of the box, and it's gone low. I thought it went high. Bottom corner, lovely finish. We go 2-1 up just before half time, which puts us in a good position, puts us in the driving seat for the second half. Ben Yedder fires away. I forgot we were playing Ben Yedder on the right. It'll be interesting to see how he's coping, what his average rating, what his rating is at half time. And it's Andy King again, and he should have scored. It was a wonder save from Fraser Forster. Well done to our goalkeeper, our former number one, who now has to reside to a place on the bench normally. Does make a fantastic stop to deny Andy King, who I believe still at the club, which is good to see. He's probably been at Leicester now for about 8 years, so that's pretty good to see. I'm actually questioning what I'm gonna focus on in this video, for the thumbnail, because obviously you'll have seen it by this point. But as of recording this, am I going to focus on the FA Cup side, or am I going to focus on the Leeds side of it? Who knows? There's a chance for us, or there might be a chance for Leicester if Congola gets just absolutely shoved off the ball, and Admiral Musqui, does sound like some sort of, or it does sound like a French officer. Just absolutely shoves Congola off the ball. He literally activates his force field and shoves him away, and slots that past the goalkeeper. And Leicester are proving that they're not going to go down without a fight here today, but hopefully we can make that goal count for nothing as Ben Yedder's through. It's fallen to Ricardo Gomez. I got his bloody name wrong for his first ever Brentford goal. That's lovely to see. And we've set them back immediately after they've drawn level. Defensive calamity. Andy King there should have just got that clear after the ball wriggled free inside the box, and then our left mid has gone on and smashed it in. Paredes now's going to whip this in. If we can make this 4-2, I do see us coming out winners in this game. Congolo finds Remco Koch, finds Doria, finds Diaz. Off the post, it came off the post, rolled across the goal line. It's gone just on the outside, and Sergio Diaz managed to hit the other post. Jesus, unlucky boy. Paredes finds Dele Alli, heavy touch, chance to whip the ball in. Nope, finds Paredes, back to Ali. Playing a couple of 1-2s here, finds Cisse. Go on, shoot, son. Score yourself a goal. Oh, but it comes to Gomez. Scores his second of the game, and it's 4-2, and I think we might be running out winners here. We might be heading into the fourth round of the Capital One Cup. Capital One Cup? FA Cup. That was a slip of the tongue. Did not mean that. Lovely strike, actually. There's two players sort of trying to block the ball, it seemed. There's one on the line and one just before then. He's managed to get it above both of them into that top corner. Lovely finish from the lad. And hopefully he can, not the lad, but the lad as in Ricardo Gomez. But good to see him get first goals for the club. And hopefully he can try and replicate that in the league if we decide to play him. I do need a drink. I speak a lot. Oh, and Sergio Diaz has been very unlucky again. He just cannot get that hat-trick sealing goal, can he? There's Paredes. Back to Ben Yedder. Whipped it in. Oh, again, doesn't get there. Ali, though, back to Gomez. Will he get a hat-trick? I'd love to see that. Ball in away. Santon. They're not getting it clear. Remco Koch. Oh, he's tackled by Danny Drinkwater, and they have a chance to break now. As Musqui. Oh, but Doria, as solid as ever. Make sure he doesn't. We're going to make a change. We're going to give Paredes a break. He looks absolutely dead on his feet. We'll bring David Gerrard on. We're also going to give Thomas Blinheim a go, and he can replace Doria. We'll give them both a rest for the last few minutes. And yeah, that should be pretty good. Where's my drink? I'm going to take a quick drink, so I'm sorry if there's like an awkward silence. I don't like taking drinks during recordings, but my throat is just really, really like dry at the moment. So it's you know that feeling when you just talk too long, because I try and like fill all the dead air as much as possible. So I kind of having that, yeah. Hashtag YouTube live problems. I don't know. YouTube problems. I don't know. And Sergio Diaz finds Kasper Schmeichel. Right, I'm going for my drink now. There we go. My throat is lubricated and musky. Never mind my disgusting comment. Musky has rounded the keeper and slot this in, this game just really got interesting. We have got a 7-goal thriller here. And I'm not happy with Fraser Forster, how easily he's been beaten. I'm also not happy how easily Muskie's got in behind the defence there. Do I bring on Maxim Clough? I'm doing a Louis van Gaal. I'm bringing on a goalkeeper. And he's not played terribly, but I'm bringing on a goalkeeper. I'm bringing on... What am I doing? This is hipster management right there. Oh my god, if this comes back to bite us... I never thought I'd say this, but I'm going defensive against the Championship side. Be more disciplined, waste time. And Blinheim almost heads in and gives us that... Restores that 2-goal cushion. We cannot... if this was the Capital One Cup, I'd be okay with them equalising, but I just don't want to have to play another game. As Santon's cross is caught by Schmeichel. That was a dangerous one. You never know. He might have parried that into his own net. As Cisse boots the ball forward, Diaz on for his hat-trick. Hits the post. And the Woodwork Woes, which I think was a name of one of my Inverness save titles, was like one of the... You know, I change each title differently. Depending on the episode. One was titled Woodwork Woes, and it's the same for Diaz. Can he finally get his hat-trick? He's done it. There we go. He's rounded the keeper. Well, he's knocked it to the side of the keeper and slotted home. 5-3. Completed his hat-trick. A brilliant day for Diaz. Brilliant day for Brentford. 5 goals away from home. Disappointed we've conceded 3, though. Normally our defence has been absolutely solid. But either way, we are through to the next round of the Cup. And I will see you for the cup draw in 2 days' time. Here we go then, let's do it. So did anyone ever play LMA Manager 2007? Because you used to be able to do the automatic draw on LMA Manager 2007. I did it on the Xbox 360. Weird, I know, playing a football management game on the Xbox. But it was really good, and they had Gary Lineker doing the cup draw, so I feel like I should... get on the best Lineker accent, which I can't do because I don't really know how to do accents because I'm a twat. But Brentford, that's a good start. Brentford will play Ipswich, another Championship opposition for us. That is great news. Let's see where they are in the Championship as well, so we can just have a bit of a look in at who our opposition will be. They are... Have I gone past them? 12th. They are bang on mid-table in the Championship. In the shout of playoffs, so they're only 4 points off, and they don't look like there'll be any danger of relegation, so they could be a decent side. Any key players? Let's just have a quick look. Well, they've got Neil Redfern in charge, Christopher Barron, Luke Chambers still there. They've got Paul Coote, former Derby player, good player. Now plays Sheffield United in real life. Kevin Bruce still there. No, that's fair enough. And Jonathan Parr is still there. That's fair enough. Right then, I'll quickly see you in a day's time when we play Leeds. That literally was one processing game. I don't even know why I bothered to stop recording, but I did. And we will do this again and pick the team from scratch. This is what I like to do. Maxim Clough will definitely play. Pamalik Cisse is fit enough to play. Although we could play Dionisi. No, Pamalik Cisse is fit enough to play and he will play. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, Patrick, Doria will play, although his fitness is looking a little bit iffy, as is Pamalik Cisse's. Davide Santon, if you're above 90, you're fit enough to start, is what I generally go for, unless we're desperate for players. Remke Koch can also play, as will Aqua, who has been, as I've said many times, been a bit of an unsung hero. He just sits in that role, and, wins the ball back, lays it off to our more creative players, and does that. He just does his job so well. Is that you never really need to mention him. He just gets it done, and that's what I love. And, of course, Zach Clough will be starting up front. Hopefully he can bag himself a couple of goals here today. Kongolo, Dionisi, Forster. We're going to go... I'm thinking Dele Alli. I really think Sergio Diaz deserves to be on the bench, as does Jordan Rhodes, because they've both got goals in them. But then I wonder about Ricardo Gomez, who played... very, very well in the last game, as did... Although Leandro I would play Paredes, but he isn't fit, so Dele Alli will cover that slot. And Ricardo Gomez is actually going to get a starting place, I believe. I would give Sergio Diaz a place, but I feel that it's Zach Clough's moment. He was in good form against Stoke, so I believe he can do the job. That's what we're going to go for. I think it's a good team. Obviously made the change. We dropped the lad to bring in Ricardo Gomez, and I do think we can get the job done here today against a bottom, a bottom placed Leeds United who have looked a little bit hapless, and a little bit weak. They've gone for this weird five at the back, where they played Junior Akpro as a wing back. Their defence isn't great with Liam Cooper, some guy called Jorn Sorensen. Actually looks not bad actually. He's got some good heading, good tackling. He's 22 as well. Scout report. Got a really weird ginger hairdo. But they've still got Luke Murphy and Moat as well as Solomon. No, is it Solomon Dukara? Yeah, Solly Yeah, whatever. I don't. Probably. Oh my God, Sean, you'll tell me if you're watching this video. Also, I get to beat your lead. I should not be so confident. Maybe they could. You gotta show respect to all your opponents because they must have done well to get into the Premier League. So they could easily beat us, So we cannot be overconfident. Here's Ronaldo. He gets tackled by Cavagna. I think that's Sean Cavagna. Yes, it is the Fulham player in real life, I believe. He might have gone out on loan. I'm not sure, but I don't think he's played many games for Fulham. Although I may be wrong. But as I said, it's at the start of this game, Leeds have had 3 shots as of we as at the time. We've now got 5. We've now had 5, I should say. But yeah, this has opened up to be a really even game so far. No clear-cut chances as of yet, but I'm sure one will flow unless we're up for a boring first half of football, where there have been shots but none on bloody target, which would just be our luck. It's bloody curse of the live com, isn't it? Yeah, we're going into half-time without a highlight, which is really disappointing, but still come out with a win tonight, which we will hopefully do. We've got match winners in this team, Clough, Rhodes, Diaz, all capable of getting goals up front, as well as players like Gerrard and Remco Koch, who can single-handedly win the team points. So I'm not worried yet. If needs be, we can go 2 up top, bring on a second striker, kind of adapt, an attacking 4-4-2 in a sense. We can see how that works, but we do need to maybe push on a little bit in the second half. And Dorius took the free kick, and he's bloody scored it. The centre half, with his 5th of the season, his free kick taking's at 14. So that's not bad, is it, for a centre half? And we're 1-0 up from an outstanding free kick from the centre back, which just is weird to say, but you know what? It's gone into the top corner, so it may be weird to say, but it's gone in. Here's Cisse. Now will the floodgates open? Moat gets away to Dukara. Now chance Seeger. Dukara's in behind, but Doria sweeps up and Caval gets it clear. And here's Aqua. Gets it off to Remco Koch. And now what? Now watch Aqua. He just sits just in front of the defence. And here's that Clough, who makes it 2. I was telling you to watch Aqua. Perhaps you should have been watching Zach Clough, because he's the man who's likely to get you a goal. It's 2 in about 3 minutes. And it's a lovely ball from Ricardo Gomez. A lovely diagonal low cross into the box. And Zach Clough finishes cool as you like. 3 in 3 for the man who... He is he is the player of this save, isn't he? You get those players, and for me it's between Zach Clough, maybe Jordan Rhodes and Remco Koch, who have just been phenomenal for us, and have been sort of my heroes. Here's David Gerrard, chance to get his 11th goal of the season. I actually want to talk about David Gerrard because he has been phenomenal. I say the word phenomenal a lot. I get to say a lot of positive things about my team this season, but he has improved incredibly. I remember when we picked him up from Rochdale. Obviously, our transfer has now gone up because we've played him so much. It's gone up from 80,000 to 130,000. But still, that for a player who's got, who's been involved in 15 goals in 20 appearances so far this season, 4 player of the matches. He is a phenomenal English talent, and I am going to do my best to keep hold of him and hopefully nurture him and make him into possibly even a Brentford legend. And hopefully that can happen. But we are 2-0 up here, but again, if Leeds score the next goal, if there is a next goal, then this game, the outlook of this game completely changes, and they have done. It's Solomon Dukara with the goal, and they've got 20 minutes now to salvage what would be an incredible point against a team of our quality, which I say that makes me sound big-headed, but we are doing really well. We're level on points with top of the league, for Christ's sake. But I'm going to make a change. I'm going to bring on... And I'm going to make a tweak No, I'm going to make an out-and-out change. Dele Alli's going to come on, and he's actually going to play a deep-lying playmaker on support, just to make him sit back a little bit, cover the defence a little bit more. We're going to take off Remco Koch, who's looking a little bit off for fitness, and yeah, give him a little bit of a break. But I'm sure we can hopefully hold on. Although it's Shotton, throws it in, Clough gets away. His 5'6" man back defending. Who thought that was a good idea? But Dele Alli with a great tackle. Now we have a chance to counter here. Zach Clough finds Gerrard. Gomez on the left. And Shotton has come in with a fantastic tackle, it must be said. And he's just shut that move down. There's a chance. I called him Jordan Clough for a minute. It's Zach Clough who did score, but it is offside. That is really unlucky. Actually, really, really unlucky. Because that was a lovely ball over the top by, I believe it was Dele Alli. It might have been Aqua, one of our centre midfielders. But we've come out 2-1 victors, and we've done what we do quite often, and that's not really, like, we don't dominate the game too much, and we don't really overshadow our opponents too much, but we show a lot of grit and a lot of character, and win by an odd goal, which is good enough, because a win is a win. And I hate the whole, we showed character, but, you know, if we're showing winning character, which will do me, we do have a winning character in the squad, so I'm very, very happy. But Zach Clough is back, my friends, and I will see you in in literally a week for the I would say a triple whammy, but that game against Billy Ipswich has ruined it. So, you know, it'll be a double whammy. Man U and Chelsea, two massive, massive games. So I will see you for that. So I want to thank you very much for watching. You've been awesome as per usual. I hope you're loving the series. Zach Clough is back, my friends. Thank you very much for watching. Much love. Goodbye. I'm terrible at endings, trust me. I fuck it up every time because I just speak too much. So, bye. Yeah. Anyway, I should probably shut up now. Okay. Bye. 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 This is awkward, isn't it?